It has been more than 130 days since 18 people were shot and killed in the state's deadliest mass shooting. And in those 130 days, lawmakers have been debating what to do to prevent this from ever happening again. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Zach Blanchard.
And I'm Chris Costa. Gun reform and mental health support are two of the biggest topics coming up amongst lawmakers. News Center Maine's Jack Mulmud looks into one bill that aims to tackle multiple issues at once.
This latest bill is just one of the many responses that lawmakers here in Augusta hope to take in the wake of Maine's deadliest mass shooting. Now, this bill will not only provide more mental health resources for people going through crises throughout the state, it'll also mandate the Department of Public Safety to take greater care when it comes to communications for people in emergency situations, including the deaf and hard of hearing community.
I am here to tell you that these procedures are deeply needed.
Thomas Minch was one of the many deaf and hard of hearing people who felt left out of the loop on that deadly day.
Myself included, began to learn that some of our deaf friends and family were missing and possibly dead.
Thomas says despite 4 members of Maine's deaf community killed on that day, deaf friends and family were some of the last to learn details. This bill, LD 2237, would require the Department of Public Safety to fix this.
I must say that this is my proudest moment to present this bill to you today.
Sponsored by House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross, this bill would do much more.
Because mental health, again, is public health.
Items such as creating a 24/7 mental health crisis center, 6 of them scattered around the state, like this crisis center in York County. The bill would also include establishing a new government office called the Office of Violence Prevention.
This office, equipped with a clear mandate and experienced personnel, would serve as a central hub.
I feel like she's bringing forward so many important pieces that would help our state in preventing gun violence in all of its forms.
Representative Vicky Dudera, who co-sponsored this bill, adds that there are people in crisis right now who need these resources.
We've got Mainers in mental health crises in our jails and in our hospitals, and we need appropriate places for them to seek help.
And the bill so far seemed welcomed by the bipartisan committee, and with a price tag coming up of near $50 million, it will need support from both sides.
As a community, I see that we need to stop and take action now.
Because not only lawmakers, but people who took time out of their day to advocate for change, just like Thomas, don't want tragedy to go in vain.
You know, it is personal. I'm trying to fight for communication access. I'm trying to support our deaf and hard of hearing and interpreting community at the same time.
Now, there isn't too much opposition at all to this bill. In fact, there were 0 sign-ups for people to speak against the bill during today's public hearing. Now, coming up in the next few weeks, we are hoping to see a work session in which lawmakers will parse through this bill and see how we can afford this. For now, we're in Augusta. Jack Mulmud, News Center, Maine.